All right.
That
so
helps. Our little Sydney.
Yeah. Our little project today is a cute little, we're going to do fun with felt flowers. So
I'm going to move this out because
that's so cute.
Yeah.
Jess,
so this is what we're going to, what
you
we're going
need
to do
get
today.
in there. Get in
Wow.
there.
So-
This is so cute.
Yeah, so anyway, so that's what we're going to do. The design is our cute Allie designed this.
Cute.
And then I'm just going to show you how to do the three little flowers. And it's so easy and it's so quick.
Yes.
So I will show you, well, I'll show you some of it and then I will explain what I did on some of it.
I know.
All right,
And just
so-
think of the possibilities. Your mom doesn't want a little pillow.
Then
You could make a frame.
put it in
Yes.
a frame. That would be
Yes,
a great
with a
idea.
picture.
Yeah,
That's
you can do
cute.
all kinds of fun stuff. So anyway, you're going to be able to, I'm going to do this first. Is that okay?
Yes.
So you're going to get this little template that will give you the template of the pot and the flowers.
Our gift
So
to you.
this will be our gift to you today. So you'll be able to download
I'm
that.
So nice, huh? Alan made
And
that for us
you could
yesterday.
actually make them bigger. You could play around and have fun. So I took all of the Kimberbell, these colors of Kimberbell felt. So, and I just used small little pieces of it. And so it was good.
It's a great way to use those scraps.
The scraps for
Yes.
sure.
Especially
So
the ones you keep out of when Kimberbell projects that you're like, I just can't throw away this 2x2 piece of pink felt.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But whatever am I going to do with it?
I know, right?
know.
But now you know. So I'm going to show you how to do this one
So
right
cute.
here.
Yes.
I will walk us through this one right here. And so it looks like a little pansy. So my favorite friend has been freezer paper. I'm sure many of you at home have freezer paper. So what I did is I took some freezer paper. This happened to be in sheets. And
I was going to say, how'd you get that to lay so flat?
yeah. So then I traced the pieces on the freezer paper. I'm really having a hard time with my speech today. So if I say things that
Oh, I'm not any good help.
blah,
Me neither.
If I
I just use bad English. One more day.
if I just go blah, you all should know that, yeah,
just
it'll
fill
be
in the
funny.
blank.
So I've traced this onto the freezer paper, and I've just cut a little piece of felt, and there's a shiny side on the freezer paper and then kind of a dull matte kind. You're going to want the shiny side of the freezer paper onto the right side of your felt. And you're just going to take the iron and press it just enough so that it will stick. Yes, the pot is made out of cork, and I will tell you about tea towel also.
Yes.
Would be a fun idea to
So
put this on.
cute.
Yes.
So
The
I'm
nice part about freezer paper is you can get it to stick, Jackie. But if you accidentally have the wrong side on the freezer paper,
it's okay because it
yeah,
comes right off.
right.
So here's my other piece that I'm going to put on there. So I'm just going to go over to the little iron and I'm going to iron that on.
Here,
So-
you go. You take
Okay.
it, Allison.
Jess.
I'm gonna go help with comments.
Okay.
old
All
stuff,
right.
so.
Okay. Thanks,
Thanks,
Jess, for
Jess.
coming on. Oh, yeah, Heidi, you did that backwards the other day. Oh, Jerry.
when it
Jerry
went-
has so many tea towels she needs to use. Use them.
Oh, this would be darling on a tea towel.
right.
It would be so cute.
Yep.
So it's really hot in here. And
Oh.
I even took my jacket
Good.
off.
Can I go open the window?
Please,
Yes.
please,
'cause
and
I
I'll
was
keep
gonna take
going.
mine off,
All
too.
right. So I just ironed this on. And now what's so nice about, I love these Karen Buckley scissors. They are a little serrated on, and so it helps with cutting the fine little details. So I'm just going to cut each of them out. Now this is where if you want it to, I mean, you can kind of do it however you want, but I'm just going to cut it around the outside on the pencil line that I drew on the paper.
Terry, you're right. If you're going to do any more than just tap that iron, you might want to put a piece of fabric or something all the way through so that you don't burn your felt.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but
doesn't have
this
to
is
be-
just a tap just to hold it in place.
Just
and
enough.
yeah. And yes, Gail, those scissors are the best.
These are the best. I try to use them with a different a different one. And I just love how big this part is for your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. So I'm going to
I'm
finish.
gonna hold that higher so they can.
Okay.
She's just cutting around the
just
edge of
cutting
that freezer
around it.
paper.
Yeah. And it goes through so slick. Okay, so now I still have my paper on. So all I have to do is take it off. It comes off really easily.
The worst part about working with felt, you can't reuse that paper.
No,
It sticks.
you may. I said you could try.
Cameron, these are Karen Buckley.
Yeah, we actually,
scissors.
I think
We sell them
on our website.
and we have 3 sizes. This is the medium size.
This one is the large.
And then we have
there's-
little teeny
there's
tiny.
a
I wonder if
green-
we have some. Are they green handles?
They're little green. I don't know
No.
if we have any up here. But you know what? I bet you could adhere this. It still has some sticky
Does
on
it
it.
have some?
I think you could reuse that again. So
Yeah.
now I have my 2 pieces already cut out. They were so easy. So you could put more layers of the felt flowers. You could even, I'm just doing 2 for this one,
Mhm.
but you could put even more if you want it fluffy or whatever you want.
Yes,
Oh.
those of you that have done spring showers, there's a great tutorial on how to do a rolled technique with this. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you
Felt
can.
flowers are really fun. You can
Yes.
just have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so I put my needles on my jacket. Hold on. So I put my needles on my jacket so I wouldn't forget them. So, and I took my
love
jacket off.
that.
Okay, so I'll take those off now.
You know, the worst thing we ever bought was and the best was a leather sectional sofa.
Oh,
The best because it looks so nice and it's so comfortable. The worst because I find needles in random places. I used to just stick them in the arm. Anybody else did that? I don't know. Just in my spot.
yeah. So I've just taken some embroidery floss, whatever color you want, and I'm going to position.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, there
so
we
that
go.
they can
I'm
see.
going to position it here, and I'm going to show you how I did the little this little, where am I?
The fringy
Here we go.
stuff.
The little fringy stuff. I just kind of made it up. I wasn't sure if there was a right or wrong way to do this. Whoops. But what I did is I just did a loop,
Okay.
and I went back down.
Same hole.
No, just to the side.
Okay.
Then I went up again. We seeing, I should go this way so you can see. Okay, just made a loop. Go back down. As many little loopies that you would like.
Okay.
Okay, can
Yep.
you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're doing a lazy daisy stitch without the daisy.
Without the
daisy
tacking it down.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
top.
Yeah, I thought tacking it down would be an overkill. So I'm just going kind of in a circle. Now you could.
Oh, it's cute like that. If you wanted to tack
just,
it down.
Yes, you could do it and just leave it this way if you would like. I don't see a problem at all. And then I took a little, whoop, I got this one tangled in here, which is okay, not a big deal. So I just put just some loopies around the center. Now I'm going to use these. I just found these cute little buttons.
Oh, that's cute.
That are colored. Let's do a black one so you
Okay.
can see easy enough. So now I'm just going to just attach my button. Go back up.
Oh my word, the possibilities are endless on these
Oh, it
flowers,
is.
aren't they? In the colors
Well,
and
yeah.
what you can do.
So I'm just going to,
Oh, and it just dawned on me. You're using embroidery floss. There's
Yes.
6 strands.
yes.
I'm like, that's not very
okay,
many.
so
but-
then I just attached the little button in the center. Okay, I'm going to tie it off in the knot on the end, on the bottom. On the end, on the bottom. How's that? Good grief.
I got you.
Okay, just as long as y'all know. Okay, so then after I did that, I just clipped where I clipped the where the loop was. And then to fray it out, I took my needle and I just frayed out those,
Oh, so cute.
frayed out the strands with my needle. Okay. And that's all there is to doing this particular, I think it's like a pansy. And then you can trim these if you don't want them. You can make them small if you want them a little smaller. You can just trim them and fluff them up.
Oh, that's so cute.
So that's how I did the first one.
It's darling.
Okay, that was just, and look how easy it was.
Yes.
All right, the next one, I'll just explain what I did on the next one. This one has the three different pieces to it. So I did the exact same thing as I used the freezer paper and traced it and put it on my felt and cut it out. And then I layered the three of them on top of each other like this.
So cute.
And then I just did French knots in the center of the, I mean, you could put a seed bead, you could put a rhinestone, you could do
a pearl.
all kinds of stuff. So I just kind of played around with all of these, and then you could again do more layers, so it's more three-dimensional. But isn't that cute? So, okay, there's the other one. Now the last one on here, we are going to use circles. So I do the exact same thing. And to make it three-dimensional, you can do this two ways. You could actually, I'll do it on here so that you can see.
Okay.
You could actually lay them out like this. As many as you want.
Okay.
You could do that and then attach it with,
would you glue it, or would
you
you
glue
use
it or heat and bond? You could even do all that. So it's not a three-dimensional.
Okay.
But let me show you what I did with the three-dimensional. I just got a regular thread.
Ooh, because show them the three-dimensional again. It's so cute.
Yeah, the three-dimensional I think is really cute. And then
I
added a wool.
See that?
I added a wool felt ball to the center, and you could do something like that as well. So all I did is I took the circle, I pinched it at the end, and I just threaded. I pinched it and just threaded it just like this. You could do as many. I did 6 with my one I did here, but you take the 6.
Oh my word. So easy.
Yeah.
You can just see it coming together down at the bottom of the
You
thread.
could even do, can you kind of see that I'm just adding.
And so you pinch it together and then you go outside to outside.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just adding this to the thread like this. Let's add more just because, right?
Right. Because more is better.
Yeah. I agree.
I always say less is more and more is better.
I know. Depends on what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. And I'm going to lose my thread. Whoops, I did.
Guess then we're done.
So make sure okay. So here's my little end with all of my circles strung together. So I'm going to thread this back up because I lost it. And I can't thread the needle.
Because it's on live Facebook.
Yeah. Do you just love to thread needles?
I hate to thread needles. And, they're making needle threaders so cheap that
Yeah.
they break anymore. And,
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so then now all I have to do is I'm just going to manipulate and pull it tight. And then I will tie a knot. This almost looks like a geranium.
Yes.
I think they're all, and I'm just going to take and
they're like real flowers. They're all just
tie
a little
off.
different.
I'm just going to tie off this end so that it won't come undone.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's good and tight. So now I will cut this. And now the fun of it is now you can manipulate this however you would like to. Look how cute that is.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even put something in the middle of that. That's so cute.
Just by itself looks so cute. You can, the more I put more on this one, so it kind of does look like a geranium.
Yeah, I think it looks exactly
so you can
like a geranium.
kind of play. Oh, that's cute.
That is
Okay.
cute.
And then all you have to do is you can I actually glued mine on if you want with that fabric fusion.
Oh, did you?
And it worked great.
Yeah, because they are really stable.
Yeah. So what I did is we used the Kimberbell 8x8 pillow form because I thought that was a really cute size. So I will step you through how I put this together. So if you want to do it this way, I found some cork and I just put Heat and Bond Light on the back side.
Was it hard to find your cork?
No.
Okay.
I actually found it at Walmart.
Okay, that's what I wanted you to say, but I didn't know if you wanted
I'm
to
like,
say.
yeah, no, I found this at Walmart, and actually, it's really good. So I'm sure Hobby Lobby has it as well.
Yeah,
And
Joann's,
yeah,
any of your local.
any of your So,
but it's cork fabric, not real cork.
Right? It's cork fabric because it feels like it has some kind of fabricy stuff on the back of it, and it's very pliable. So you want to make sure that you do that. So what I did is I took my Heat and Bond, just like my freezer paper. I traced the outside of my pot right here onto the Heat and Bond Light on the smooth side, not the rough glue side. And then I cut it out. So this is what it looks like right here. I cut it out with my scissors. And then I will take and peel this off. And I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see a little bit of shiny. Mm-hmm. So that's what the adhesive side is. So I found my center, and I came up about 1/2 inch and placed my pot in the center of my fabric, like so. And then before I put it down, I've got some little rickrack stems. So I decided that I would just take, I have different varying sizes. Well, so yeah, I tucked it underneath. Okay. So the nice thing about rickrack is you can manipulate it. And so you can, let's cut this one a little bit smaller. You can just tuck that down inside before you iron it down. And then you could sew this down if you wanted to, but I use the fabric glue and I love the fabric glue. So then I'm going to make this one kind of go to the side right here. Okay. So then I've put my stems on, and then I ironed this down onto my fabric. Now I took and put some ribbon to kind of decorate my pot. You could put in a separate piece of fabric here if you wanted to. I mean, you could do so many fun things.
Yes.
And so I loved the ribbon. It kind of just added. So then you would put all of your embellishments that you wanted on. And then your last thing would be to put your flowers on.
Oh, so cute.
Isn't that cute?
That's darling.
And I just glued mine with Fabric Fusion. It was my favorite tool for doing this project.
So cute.
And if you didn't have that at home, you could hot glue. I've used hot glue before.
Yeah,
don't ever.
My favorite friend.
I'm like, don't ever. Yeah. So I guess we probably should see. Do you have any? I kind of went fast. Do you have any questions?
Yes, the red one would be cute on the spring showers quilt.
Yes.
There, yes.
Yes.
How does the cork do with an iron?
I didn't have a problem. Wouldn't do it very hot. And if you're worried, just test it a little bit. But I put it right on top of the cork, and it was just fine. It was just on a medium. It was on a medium setting. And I didn't leave it on for very long either.
Just enough to stick it.
Because you don't, just enough so that it will adhere. And if you're worried that it's going to come up, then you could put a blanket stitch around it. You could also stitch around it to keep it down.
Yep.
Because so
Because those of you that do Kimberbell, they've used cork a little
Yeah,
bit lately, and they
they
just
have.
stitch it.
but it actually has stayed on pretty good, and I really worked this pillow, getting this pillow form in. So I really gave it a workout. So yeah, pressing cloths work great too. So anyway, so that's
Yes.
and then from there, what I would probably do is I would get this part. I would do this part first
Before you put your
before you
on.
flowers on. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you can put your back on. I love the envelope style back. So I've taken 2 pieces. This is an 8.5-inch square is what I did.
And with the 8x8 pillow, you didn't add a half. So you added a half
yes,
inch.
I did.
8
Yes.
and a half.
So then I took and I cut this one at 5.5. I cut one piece 5.5 by 8.5. And then I think this one was 4 by 8.5. And I finished the one edge. So I turned it under and I finished one side here and I finished one side here. So what I do now is you will just do the envelope right sides together and you'll lay them on top of each other like this with the finished sides. This one's wrong. Got to make sure right sides together. And then I will sew 1/4 inch all the way around.
That's why I love the envelope
Okay,
styles.
yes.
You don't have to.
So
leave
you
that
don't have to
open.
leave it and you don't have to hand stitch it closed.
Right.
So once I've done that, I'll clip my sides so it's not as bulky, and then I will turn it inside out. So it's like
And then would you put your pillow
like
in?
this.
But
Then
then you do the flowers.
I would put the pillow in
okay.
and then attach your
Oh my
flowers.
gosh, this is darling.
Isn't that cute?
Yep.
And that's all there is to it. Was that so quick?
Yes, that was
Yes,
so quick.
I thought it was so
And
cute,
so
and
fun.
it turned out really fun.
Yeah.
So, any questions? Does anyone have?
All right.
Yeah, make sure you go back and watch. But here's the finished product. So, and it's fun. Have fun with all of these flowers, and if you
Right.
have different colored felt,
Because I'm going to show you another really fun technique too, just because she has this here. You
Okay.
know, if you take and just put 2 felts together right here, sew 1/4 inch here, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to clip so that it makes loops, and then just roll it like
That's
this.
cute.
And it creates like more of a dahlia or a mum style,
Yeah. Oh,
because you've
cute.
got all that. Or you can just simply just roll just
And
one
kind
piece,
of
and
it
it kind of
almost
makes
looks
like
like
a
a-
rose,
Yeah, cute.
So tons of flower ideas. So fun.
Fun. That's so fun. I love it. I think I really love this one. This one is my favorite
I
one
think
so
so
far.
too.
It's the
Yes,
geranium.
the
Looks like a
geranium, yes.
So yeah. So embellish it however you would like, with buttons, with rhinestones, with
Fun. For
all
those
kinds
of
of
you
fun
that have
stuff.
kids or grandkids, this is a fun. I mean, can you imagine if you put those flowers there, let the kids do the flowers with Elmer's glue, let them
Be
dry?
cute.
They would
Yeah.
just absolutely be so proud.
Yeah, you could
to
put
give
buttons around. I mean, you could embellish this however you wanted. That's what's so fun. So bug buttons would be really cute in the
Yes.
middle. You could
Yes,
do
a
all
bee.
kinds of fun stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's all there is
Okay.
to it.
So what's our